Ever pondered how our daily routines shape our lives, or how they could be transformed into opportunities for peace and tranquility? Let's take a moment to consider our day-to-day lives. We wake up, brush our teeth, commute to work, eat our meals, and then retire for the night. These routines, repeated day after day, become so ingrained that we often perform them mindlessly, perceiving them as mundane, even tedious. But what if we could change that perception? Enter the concept of mindfulness. Mindfulness is a practice that involves focusing our attention on the present moment, accepting it without judgment. It's about being fully engaged in whatever we're doing, not lost in our thoughts or distracted by our surroundings. And the beauty of mindfulness is that it can be applied to anything and everything. Yes, even those daily routines we often take for granted. Imagine brushing your teeth in the morning. Instead of rushing through the task while your mind is elsewhere, consider making it a mindful moment. Feel the bristles against your gums, taste the minty freshness of the toothpaste, listen to the sound of water running. Suddenly, this routine task becomes a sensory experience, an opportunity to connect with the present moment. The same principle applies to other routines, like eating a meal or walking to work. Instead of gobbling down your food or rushing to your destination, take the time to savor each bite or notice the rhythm of your footsteps. Each of these moments holds the potential for mindfulness, for a deepened awareness and tranquility that can infuse our lives with a sense of peace and fulfillment. So the question is not whether our daily routines are mundane, but rather how we perceive and engage with them. Our routines can become monotonous only if we allow them to be. But by incorporating mindfulness, we can transform these ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences of tranquility and awareness. Imagine if you could turn your daily routines into a peaceful sanctuary of mindfulness. Wouldn't that be a life changer? And that, dear listeners, is just the beginning. Our journey into the mindfulness of daily routines has just begun. Stay tuned for more. Before we delve into practical tips, first, let's understand what mindfulness truly is. Originating from the ancient traditions of Buddhism, mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and engaged in the here and now. It's about paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and surrounding environment in a non-judgmental manner. It's about awakening to experience rather than being caught up in the whirlwind of our autopilot mode. Now, why is mindfulness important? In the hustle and bustle of our modern lives, we often find ourselves lost in thoughts about the past or the future. We rush from one task to the next, barely noticing the taste of our food, the sound of birds chirping, or the feel of the wind on our face. In this flurry of activity, we lose touch with the richness of our present moment experiences. By practicing mindfulness, we can bring our attention back to the present moment. It's like an anchor, grounding us amidst the chaos of our daily lives. When we eat, we truly taste. When we listen, we truly hear. When we feel, we truly experience. This heightened awareness can lead to a profound sense of peace and joy. Research has shown that mindfulness can have significant benefits for our mental and physical health. It can help reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. It can improve our focus, creativity, and problem-solving skills. It can enhance our emotional well-being, helping us to cultivate positive emotions like gratitude, compassion, and joy. It can even boost our immune system and improve our sleep. But mindfulness is more than just a tool for stress reduction or a technique for performance enhancement. It's a way of life, a path to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. It's about embracing our human experience in all its complexity, with all its joys and sorrows, triumphs and failures. So how can we incorporate mindfulness into our daily routines? It's simpler than you might think. It's about bringing a sense of curiosity and openness to our everyday activities, whether it's sipping a cup of tea, taking a walk in the park, or washing the dishes. It's about appreciating the beauty in the ordinary, the magic in the mundane. With mindfulness, we can transform even the most mundane tasks into sacred rituals of tranquility and awareness. Picture this, you're eating your favorite meal, but instead of rushing through it, you savor every bite. Now, doesn't that sound delightful? Let's delve into how you can transform your eating routine into a mindful experience. The first step is to slow down. It's not a race, after all. Take the time to appreciate the textures, the colors, the aromas of your food. Each bite can be a symphony of sensations if you allow it to be. Next, try to eat without distractions. Turn off the television, put away your phone, and focus solely on your meal. You might be surprised at how different your food tastes when you're not dividing your attention between it and the latest social media updates. Another practical tip is to chew thoroughly. This might sound trivial, but it's actually quite important. Not only does it aid in digestion, but it also allows you to fully experience the flavors of your food. Try to chew each mouthful 20 times before swallowing. Also, consider the journey your food has taken to reach your plate. The farmers who grew the ingredients, the chefs who prepared the meal, even the earth that nurtured the produce. Acknowledging this journey can foster a deeper appreciation for your food and the effort that went into creating it. Lastly, listen to your body. Eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full. This might seem obvious, but in our fast-paced society, we often ignore these basic signals. By tuning into your body's needs, you can cultivate a healthier relationship with food. Remember, the goal of mindful eating isn't perfection. It's about increasing awareness and appreciation of the food you consume. It's about transforming a daily routine into a moment of tranquility and pleasure. Transforming eating into a mindful experience not only enhances your sensory pleasure, but also improves your relationship with food. Walking, a simple activity we often take for granted, can become a path to tranquility when done mindfully. Imagine, if you will, the act of walking. We do it every day, from the moment we rise from our beds to the moment we return to them. Yet how often do we truly experience the act of walking? How often do we feel the ground beneath our feet, the rhythm of our steps, the subtle sway of our bodies as we move forward? This is where mindful walking comes into play. Mindful walking is the practice of walking with intention, focusing on each step and the sensations it brings. It's about being present in the moment, fully aware of your body and your surroundings. So how do we incorporate mindfulness into this everyday activity? First, start by setting an intention. Decide that for the next few minutes you'll focus solely on the act of walking. Let go of any distractions or preoccupations and turn your attention to your feet. Feel each foot as it makes contact with the ground, the weight shifting from heel to toe. Listen to the soft rhythm of your steps, like a gentle heartbeat echoing through your body. Next, expand your awareness to your surroundings. Notice the air on your skin, the sun warming your face, or the cool breeze rustling your hair. If you're indoors, pay attention to the feel of the carpet under your feet or the hum of the air conditioning. Notice these sensations without judgment, simply observing them as they are. Mindful walking offers a multitude of benefits. It can help reduce stress by anchoring your mind in the present moment, preventing it from wandering into worries about the past or the future. It can increase focus by training your mind to stay on a single task. And it can improve your overall well-being by fostering a sense of peace and tranquility. Walking mindfully is like walking on a path to tranquility, where each step brings you closer to inner peace. Cleaning, often seen as a chore, can be turned into a mindful ritual that cleanses not just your surroundings, but also your mind. Imagine this. You're standing in front of a cluttered room. Instead of seeing it as a tedious task, you perceive it as an opportunity for mindfulness. Begin by taking a deep breath, grounding yourself in the present moment. As you exhale, let go of any preconceived notions about cleaning. This is not a chore, but a ritual. Here's a practical tip. Focus on one task at a time. Perhaps you decide to start with the books scattered on the floor. As you pick each one up, notice its weight, its texture. What stories do these books tell, not just within their pages, but about your own life? Each item in your home has a story, a memory associated with it. Acknowledge these stories as you decide where each book belongs. Next, you might move on to the dishes. Feel the warm water on your hands. Listen to the sound of the water running. Each dish, each utensil is part of your daily life. They serve you, nourish you. As you clean them, you're showing gratitude for their service. Incorporating mindfulness into cleaning can help declutter your mind. Each item you put away, each surface you clean, is a step towards a clearer mental space. As the room becomes tidier, so too does your mind. The chaos of thoughts that once filled your head starts to recede, replaced by a sense of calm and order. Moreover, mindful cleaning can reduce stress. It's a form of active meditation, where you're fully engaged in the task at hand, not worrying about the past or the future. This sense of presence can lower your stress levels and promote a sense of well-being. Finally, cleaning mindfully can foster a sense of accomplishment. As you look around the tidy room, you can take pride in what you've achieved. You've not only cleaned a room, you've engaged in a ritual that's nurtured your mind. In the realm of mindfulness, cleaning is not a chore, but a ritual that cleanses your mind and spirit, leaving you with a sense of tranquility and satisfaction.